everyone, ladies and gentlemen. I'm Dwi Hastuti. I'm from IPB University. I would like to share my presentation. I hope I could also contribute to the Innotech. Thank you for the opportunities given to me. I would like to present the role of parents and parental self-efficacy for a child's holistic development during pandemic and its challenge to approach the Indonesia Golden Period 2045. This is my CV, and I would like to present my presentation today using this outline. So I think everyone already knows very well that we are having the pandemic COVID-19, the problems and challenges who give all of the people in the world the uncertainty, the ambiguity, the volatile, and the dynamic, that giving effect to gives stress, gloomy, fear, the feeling of sadness and loneliness, and it's also happened to our young generation. So I think this is important for us to know that the children under 5 years are the person who are very fragile, and they are need to be supported during this situation. Of course, the learning itself are changing during the pandemic because all of the children are learning at home and schooling at a distant learning or using online learning. So that's why they have a very few interaction with not only to teacher but also with their friends. So as an effect, there are significant decrease of child development during the pandemic, which also indicated their stress and behavioral problems arising during this time. So there are a lot of negative emotion during the COVID-19 problems, that's why it is needed for us to give support and to give positive environment to these young children, and how we make sure that these children are be able to be as a person with character. They will be they have to be prepared to be able to cope with all the problems. They will be resistant, adaptable, self-control, and optimistic amidst the challenge of COVID-19 problems. So regarding studies, the studies show that the pandemic COVID-19 has impacted not only to the economic situation of the nation, but also they have impact also on parents and also to the home environment. Some of studies also indicate that their parents' self-efficacy has become lower. So the lowering of parental self-efficacy gives impact to mother self-efficacy, which also contributed to the child's health and development. So I think because the government of Indonesia and I think it's also in Philippines and also in other Southeast Asian countries having a program of distant learning during the pandemic occur. So that's why the children will have a limitation, to interact with other students, to also having less communication, and as a result of this, they have a less communication and unable to build attachment with teacher. the schools and whether they are playgroup or kindergarten, yeah, also have a limitation, yeah, during the distant learning policy, because some of our schools are in remote areas. They have difficulties to make sure the online learning process, yeah. Some of the parents also having difficulties to provide budget for buying the quota, yeah, or to provide the tools, yeah, and for online learning, yeah, they have to provide computer or maybe laptop or maybe other gadget, yeah, during this pandemic. Of course, during the pandemic, yeah, children are more short-tempered, distracted by small things, easily get sad and cry for no apparent reason. This study, all the studies, yeah, also identified that behavioral and emotional problem in early uh, childhood are influenced by the level caused by stress in parenting experienced by mothers. So uh, the problems during pandemic not only impact on children but also to the mothers. Most mothers who do not work part-time have a higher level of parenting self-efficacy than mothers who work full-time. Yeah, mothers who work at home, yeah, works at home will have also problems regarding the learning process at home, because they have to also provide the learning environment at home. Meanwhile, mother um, who have conflicts, yeah, between works and family due to their job will affect to the parenting behavior itself, yeah. And of course this will give impact to the child behavior and also the child welfare. This is the studies uh, these studies indicated that uh, it is important for us to have a strong self-efficacy, parental self-efficacy, in order to make sure that the parents able to give uh, positive environment for the children. Yeah, so usually mothers who are very young have low self-efficacy, and there is relationship between family support and maternal self-efficacy itself. Yeah, so to build parenting or maternal self-efficacy itself, the mothers need uh, uh, family support system. Yeah, so mothers who have higher self-efficacy are more likely to have greater confidence in stimulating child development. So that's why those mothers who have strong self-efficacy will have uh, better child development. Yeah, this is the impact of having parental self-efficacy. That's why I suggest all of us to to build a parenting self-efficacy, because they will also the this will also affect to the level of aggressiveness of children. So parents who have a good self-efficacy will reduce the level of aggressiveness of children, because these parents are having the emotional uh, control. Yeah, then the studies also are showing that parents who have high self-efficacy will demonstrate the firm commitment, optimistic, and eager to try new things and be enthusiastic with self-development and believe also in upgrading skill and strongly interest in self-development and finishing tasks, so they will be able to be they will be more tolerate with hardship in parenting. So that's why I suggest parents to during this pandemic uh, uh, or the next future after the pandemic, to build the parental higher self-efficacy, because maternal self-efficacy especially will give positive effect to the parenting practices, and as a result they will give impact to the child emotionals uh, uh, behavior. So those who have parenting good uh, maternal self-efficacy will give impact to the children by having children who have less emotional problems and behavior. That's why it is important for us to make sure that as a parent we have to be having self-control. Those parents who have self-control, of course, will have a better moral standard, also able to encourage a better character of the children, because uh, parents um, who have better moral standard will be able to build a habit and to encourage um, moral action, yeah, moral acting. So that is the premise of many philosophers, that those who have a good moral standard will have a strong character. That's why it is important for the parents to make sure that during the pandemic or after the pandemic, or when we are approaching the future, yeah, it is important for the next generation to be able to have a strong character, and the strong character will be able to establish when parents having good communication and always showing and giving good words and positive language to children. Yeah, uh, because when they are having good words, yeah, that the children will have positive emotion, and this emotion is communicating energy, that then the emotion will also give impact to the brain development and the working of the brain and the cognitive function. I think the emotion regulation also will be able to build, yeah, self control of these young children, yeah, and the self control is important to direct and lead behavior and manage and arrange the ego of the children. So although they are still very young, but it is important for us to build the foundation of the young children to be able to uh, uh, control themselves. And the key for controlling themselves is uh, they they need to be happy. Yeah, these children have to be happy and positive emotion, and to build positive emotion for a kids, we have to ensure that there will be no aggression, no hostile, no harassment or violence, verbally or physically, to these young children. So parents and teacher should be work hand in hand to make sure that these young children in every situation will receive positive emotion, and positive emotion will promote the physical health and psychological of these young children. So the key is how to make sure that the parents, in every situation, should be an agile parents. They have to be having self-concept, high self-concept, high self-esteem, self-control, and when they have this self-control, then they will be able to build a children with strong character. So the role of parents and teacher is to make sure that not only the home environment but the school system has to be able to sustain a self-control, a humble and kindness children, a side of cognitive and higher order thinking skill. So the parenting in early childhood from birth to 5 years old, yeah, should be characterized as no uh, no harassment, no uh, neglect, because when the parents have this neglectful, harsh, punitive, intrusive, and reactive, it has been associated with various types of maladjustment. So, focusing on both children's and parents' need is essential. So, that's why we encourage parents to be able to gain knowledge, to have their own self-control, yeah, and they have to be collaborated each other, parents and teacher, for the good of these young children. So they have to be also remember that the Lord, the God, uh, uh, encourage all parents to be grateful, to be thankful, in order to develop a good children. They have also commanded, to to be good mother, to be good father, and then uh, as the teaching of Quran, it's also commanded people to honor their parents. So it's vice versa. Parents should loving the kids, and the kids also should loving their parents as well. So in Indonesia, the early childhood education and development services, uh, as coordinated by the Ministry of National Education and Culture, is collaborated also with other agencies. So this is the program of stimulating and also education for the young age, and as it's shown here, there are collaboration between uh, teacher and then the and also the mother, with uh, the facilitator, whether there are teacher or there are carer, or other facilitator. This is the programs, the overall are aim to stimulate and educate it, and also improving the health, nutrition status, care, and protection of children as well. So the parenting program, because it has been formed association between caregiving behaviors in early childhood and later child outcomes, then my suggestion is, in order to build the strong children, for the future, then parenting program is needed, for a holistic child development. So in order to achieve this, ladies and gentlemen, it is needed for parents to be positive, to be attached with the children, to be patient, to be control, and of course be collaborated with the school. So I think this is the conclusion and suggestion for all of us, whether we are Indonesian or Philippines or uh, uh, Cambodian, or uh, all for all of us in Asian countries, I think the situation and problems surrounding a child's life today are so complex, yeah, and complicated. So parents and teachers must be able to provide knowledge, feel and shape the children's positive emotion, and provide space for them to demonstrating good virtues. And the keys are to have the agile parents who have strong parental self-efficacy, who encourage children to have good self-concept, self-esteem, self-control, and a good habits for good character. And lastly, in order for us to bring and children to a better health and development, parenting program should include the content, yeah, should include the good content for the children through the curriculum. Also, the structure of a vehicle used for reaching parents as important person for the development of young children, and also the process for conveying the information, yeah, how to get to reach the to convey the information to the target, yeah, to also to duty bearer who is involved in providing the service, and not to forget the evaluation to it. I think, ladies and gentlemen, I think that's all my suggestion for us to prepare uh, the young generation, yeah, to the better and future uh, uh, to better development in the future of the our young children. Uh, so not to forget that parents have to build the good home environment, while also school have to build a enjoyable uh, school environment, and collaborating between parent and teacher is needed. I think that's all my presentation, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you for your attention. Mabuhay Philippines.